What is the core philosophy, or what's your thought process at 26 Miles Capital behind how do you really end up making money for your investors? If I were to say philosophy behind the strategy.
As I mentioned, right, I've worked at some of the amazing places, right? And a lot of my belief or philosophy has been developed operating at those places, right? And primarily, there are only two components. You can put them multiple, but primarily there are only two components to it: talent and technology. It's just like the way we use talent in our business is much different than probably some of the other firms use talent in their ecosystem, right? So for us, we need some of the best talent, some of the best minds who can percept market, who can get better sense out of the data of the market. But instead of taking decision, so see, what do you believe? Human mind is much powerful than any AI tool still now. So we constantly compare our researchers' thought process with what AI can generate, right? We have subscriptions of all the things, like we go deep into all AI tools. What are their capabilities, right? Because we want to benchmark where they are. Human mind, I think we are still, in my opinion, a lot of time away where a machine or an AI tool can do what human mind can do, right? We have a unique sense of perceptions that we can build over a period of time that machine cannot do, right? But what we believe that human mind is not built to take a lot of decisions. Human mind is built to take crazy amount of cognitive load, crazy amount of analytics, crazy amount of finding patterns in a haze, right? But it's not good in taking decisions. So what we have done is in that our place, and what we have learned from the places that I've heard before is use human made talent to build machines. So that whatever knowledge base you have as individual, as company, everything goes inside your machine, right? And that machine take decisions. Because machines are much faster, much efficient, and they can check their decisions better as well. Let's say let's say there's a good intelligent trader out there who see most of the individual traders as well in their mind build systems to trade. It's not like they trade randomly. Obviously, they are random. They're not successful ones. The successful ones are the ones who have their systems inside their mind as well, but they've not written it somewhere, but it's there in their mind, right? But what we believe that load of decision making on your own system is very high. So the idea is in a firm, right? We call it like in a trading machine. Everything that we built, we call it as a trading machine, right? And we all, whether it's a technology team, whether it's a research team, build together to build different components of this trading machine, right? If you see someday, I'll show you the architecture of a trading machine, and you'll find, okay, this is some good piece of work, right? Because there are multiple components, there are data pipes, then there are evaluation pipes, and there are allocation pipes, risk pipes, alpha hunting pipes. So a lot of pipes go inside that architecture. But you need talent to build this kind of complex machinery, which is a very beautiful machine, but a very complex machinery. Build this kind of machine, you need crazy amount of talent, and you need crazy amount of technology understanding to run this machine. Because to give you an example, right? We might be using maybe hundreds and hundreds of CPU cores to run this machine. It's not running on one CPU or two CPU or one server or two server, right? It's running on hundreds of cores developed on the cloud, right? We process, as I told you before, petabytes of data every day in our machines to find any pattern in the market. So you need talent, you need technology, and this, as a firm, we're crazy behind that. Give you another example, right? Most of the good quant firms out there, they, if you look at their expenses and their revenue, right, they give away close to 40 to 50% of their revenue as an expense to their talent. Another 25% on their technology, and just keep 25% as like profit to the company. Typical most quant firms around the world. I give you an example of some of the traditional fund houses in India, right? I'll not name them. I don't want to get into trouble. But we were just doing some research. 5% of their revenue, 5% of their revenue goes on talent. 3% of their expense, or I think less than 3% of their expense goes on technology. So with that kind of investment on your talent and your technology, you cannot build this kind of machine. You cannot capture this patterns that we capture in the market. So for us, we are in alternate space. We are not in traditional space where we try to find pattern where the market goes up, where the market goes down, where the market moves sideways. Our idea is to be positive every year, irrespective of what happens in the market. And to generate that kind of consistency, to generate that kind of returns, only investment we do is on talent and technology.